Alright, my people. Yesterday night I brought you a story that Arsenal went ahead to submit their first bid for Viktor Gyökeres, and it was turned down by Sporting Lisbon. And then they are trying to make another attempt, and it's Bruno Andrade giving us story. Mathys Tel, who was loaned to Tottenham Hotspur, Bayern Munich, are really trying to obviously come up with what we call the final resolution on where he's obviously going to be playing next season. And the new manager of Real Madrid, that is Xabi Alonso, has gone ahead to come up with a plan of not really facing the problems of injuries that they had last season. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are having fun wherever you are. And I tell you what, we are gonna hit 26,000 subscribers, guys, so please continue to subscribe to see to it that we hit that magic number. Without further ado, let's get straight into this. Arsenal are preparing Arsenal preparing a second bid for Viktor Gyökeres, improving the fixed value to exceed 70 million euros in total. Sporting CP's management are waiting on a new round of talks thanks to good relationship between clubs. And that is Bruno Andrade via Mathys Football. So, Arsenal preparing a second bid. As you know, by Thursday, the president of Sporting Lisbon put out a statement that the agent of Viktor Gyökeres was really putting out falsehoods, and guess what? He came up with what we call a statement, and he really spout fire. Guess what? Viktor Gyökeres also went ahead to really respond to the president, and the agent too has said something important that we are obviously going to be broadcasting in our next videos, because news is coming in thick and fast. Now let's talk about the second bid that Arsenal is preparing. Now, for the club of Sporting Lisbon, all they want is 80 million euros, and they won't accept 70 million euros, 60 million euros of guaranteed payment and 10 million euros of add-ons. They are like, we are not going to really accept that, and all we want is more money from you guys. So today might be one of the days that we will see Sporting Lisbon receiving another bid from Arsenal. And as I told you, Arsenal are really going to utilize, I think, the opening day of the summer transfer window, and they'll be like, let's make it happen, right? Let's make it happen and let's do something. Because in the first mini transfer window that opened, I think from the 1st of June to the 10th of June, Arsenal are not bothered. They are not moved because they are not going into what we call the FIFA Club World Cup. And why really rush and really make rush decisions? That's why the likes of Man City, right, went ahead to bring in 4 players: the goalkeeper from Chelsea, Reinders from AC Milan, Alton Neri from Wolverhampton Wanderers, and lastly, they went ahead to bring in Ryan Cech from Lyon. Ryan Cech from Lyon. So, as I tell you, it's not gonna be an easy move to say to it that this goes to where you want to be. But the second bid of Viktor Gyökeres is being prepared, and I tell you what, it's gonna be put in very soon, and we don't know whether it will really equal that bid that the people of Sporting Lisbon are really expecting. But I think time is now for Arsenal to act. Remember, Arsenal went ahead to put a bid of is it 55 million euros? That's what we got. It was below 60 million euros, and that was the first bid they went ahead obviously putting through. And one thing I know about Sporting Lisbon, they'll soon make a statement. The moment Arsenal really matches what they want, Sporting Lisbon will come out and really put out a statement, and that statement will leave you excited. And the next steps will be like going for the medical after passing the medical, signing the contracts, after signing the contracts, unveiling Viktor Gyokeres. Now, things really turn fast. When Andre Batha was announced the new manager of when Andre Batha was announced the new sporting director of Arsenal, all stories indicated that they were looking at a player called Viktor Gyökeres. Now, when this mini transfer window commenced, you know what happened? It was all about Shesko, you understand? And in the last 2-3 days, it's all about Viktor Gyökeres, and it goes back to the story that we are told about how Andre Batha does his stuff. Looks like he gets two players and he tries to play what we call a chess game. You know, he's like talking to RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko, and he's talking to a player known to Sporting Lisbon for Viktor Gyökeres. So I think his game might be great because he hasn't lost any of those, and he's keeping his ear on the ground to really realize who exactly is going to really make it into that Arsenal side. So looks like right now we are back to the basics, and we are back to Portugal, no longer in Germany. And I tell you guys, you haven't gone ahead to notice any Benjamin Sesko story in the past 2-3 days linking him to the club of Arsenal, meaning that all eyes now are at Viktor Gyökeres, and it really resonates well with what the president of Sporting Lisbon came up with, because they told them, I think, that the player is going in for 80 million euros. And now Arsenal are like, let us scare the side of Sporting Lisbon and really to say we're obviously pulling out. And remember, why was Arsenal showing pull-out signs? One, because Arsenal was not afraid anymore of Manchester United, because United right now doesn't have money to really get this deal done and dusted. We all know that. So they're like, let's obviously get back and scare them that he'll be moving out of the deal, because no club is really coming hard at Viktor Gyökeres, and the only club that is coming in from Saudi Al Hilal is not wanted by Viktor Gyökeres. Viktor Gyökeres only wants one team. Sorry, only wants teams in Europe. You understand? But Arsenal is the more serious one. So Arsenal is taking its time, and I know all its antics, all tactics will obviously pay off, but they know who they want. They know who they want, and the second bid is obviously going to be coming in through for a player known as Viktor Gyökeres. So we wait and see how that pans out for Viktor Gyökeres, but turn your notification bells on. You know, if you are a new subscriber, after subscribing, hit the notification bell. If you are an old subscriber and you haven't gone ahead to turn on your notification bell, you are doing yourself a disjustice, because after watching this video, you never know what is obviously going to be dropping. Big stories are really going to be coming in through today from the side of Portugal as far as Viktor Gyökeres is really concerned. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through, and I think we've gone ahead to say enough of Viktor Gyökeres, and let's proceed to the next story. Now, Mathys Tel, who signed for Tottenham Hotspur in the January transfer window on the deadline day, is one of those that has gone ahead to obviously put out a very huge performance. And he's still young, and Elba, I think it's the sporting director for Bayern Munich, has come out and said Mathys Tel wanted to play the under-21 Euros with France. We agreed to that. We are speaking to Tottenham. That's no secret. We'll see what happens. So Mathys Tel is out of the squad of Bayern Munich that is going to be playing to the FIFA Club World Cup. That is it. And he's going to be playing in the under-21 Euros with the French national team, as he really fights to see to it that he takes his urge to the next level, to put out the best of himself outside there. You never know, he might really get suitors that he wouldn't have gone ahead to get if things never really went on to work out well. So Mathys Tel is a player during the January transfer window that was wanted by Arsenal, Manchester United, and Tottenham Hotspur. You understand? But Tel went in for a club known as Spurs, and at Spurs he was part of the team that went ahead to win what we call the UEFA Europa League. And in the Premier League, he played 13 games, scored 2 goals, and he had 1 assist. UEFA Europa League, 5 games, 0 goals and 0 assists. EFL Cup, he played 1 match. And in 19 games he's played, 2 goals and 1 assist. His delivery was not all that up to the standards, but I tell you, he's talented, and he has just gone ahead to clock 20 years this year, meaning that there is a lot that Spurs can see in him. But the problem is the amount of money that they want from him. I think it is 60 million pounds or euros, one of those. That's the amount of money that is wanted by the side of Bayern Munich. I don't know whether Spurs will obviously go in for him like that, but all I can confirm to you is that it's really one of those deals that you have to obviously look at and later realize how things will obviously pan out, and see to it that we get into the best of the best. Now, let's get to Real Madrid. Real Madrid, having gone ahead to obviously get very many injuries during the during what we call the season, where they really did badly. They came out trophyless. Barcelona taking all the trophies in Spain, and they're knocked out of the Champions League by the club of Arsenal. Real Madrid have signed 2 fitness coaches, Javier Anais and Ismael Fernandez, a data analysis. Both have previously worked with Madrid. The club is still looking into signing a 3rd fitness trainer for the fieldwork, and that is Alonso trying to rectify the problem that Madrid went ahead to get last season, where they went ahead obviously get very many injuries. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Real Madrid. Rokani David is my name. What do you think about the second bid that Arsenal is going to be submitting in any time from now to sign a player known as Viktor Gyokeres? We out. Bye bye.